Hey guys, Moa Junkie here. I thought today I would finally do the sideband range test. I'm going to get in my car that has the little realistic in it. No amplifier, it's just a radio, 12-watt radio with a stock Yaesu microphone on it. My wife will be in here using this station. She'll be using my Washington. This is hooked up to my 102-inch whip ground plane antenna, which unfortunately the antenna does best north and south. And what's unfortunate about it is I'm going to be heading east. It's the easiest route for me to take is to get onto Route 20, because once I get to a certain point in it, which is mile marker, I think 110, we'll see when we get there. I'll check my notes. But after 110, it's a straight shot from here, so it continues as a straight line away. So for every mile I travel on Route 20, it's another mile straight line from here. It's why I chose this route. Even though it doesn't do the best for my antenna, it's the best for the test because it's a long, pretty much straight road. So I'm going to get on that highway and test it. She'll be in here on this, and let's see just how far away that little mobile radio in the car can reach. All right, let's get to it. How about that wonderful, beautiful woman that Moa Junkie married? I'm trying to reach that best-looking woman in South Carolina. You got a copy on me?
Yep, I sure have a copy on Mr. Moa Junkie, and this is Mrs. Moa Junkie, and she appreciates his flattery.
Copy that, Mrs. Moa Junkie. All right, we're at the 5-mile mark now. All right, Mrs. Moa Junkie, we're going to move on, and I believe the next location is going to be 7 miles away. That's the next available place I'm going to have to stop. So it's going to be at the 7-mile mark. So I'll talk to you in just a few moments.
All right, I will be here waiting.
How about it, Mrs. Moa Junkie? You got a copy on Moa Junkie?
I certainly do.
All right, we're at the 7-mile mark, and we're at mile marker 110, which will now be in a straight line heading away from you. So from this point on, I'm going to be stopping at every mile marker because that will be an additional 1 mile straight line away from you.
All right, keep on going and we'll see how far you get.
How about it there, Mrs. Moa Junkie? You got a copy on Moa Junkie out 8 miles out now. We're at mile marker number 111.
All right, triple matching digits. And you are sounding fantastic.
How about it, Mrs. Moa Junkie? Moa Junkie 151 calling.
Mrs. Moa Junkie is here.
I am now at mile marker 112. What kind of signal you got on this little realistic barefoot radio?
Sounding good. It is still clear. Not as loud as it was.
So then, all right, I'm going to move on to mile marker 113. I'll talk to you in a few minutes.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. Can you hear me now? I'm at mile marker number 113.
I most certainly can hear you. Very clear and well.
Awesome. All right, we're going to move on to the next one. How about you there, Mrs. Moa Junkie? Moa Junkie calling.
This is Mrs. Moa Junkie calling back.
I am now at mile marker 114. What kind of copy you got on me? Is it still coming in good?
Yes, it is. It's a tiny bit quieter, but not by much, and you're still nice and clear.
Awesome. I'm at a spot where I'm at the bottom of a rise, and unfortunately this mile marker sign is down here. I'm wishing it was up ahead just an eighth of a mile more, so I could have been on top of the hill, but it's still making it to you. So we're going to move on to mile marker 115. I'll talk to you in a few minutes.
All right, and maybe this one won't be in a valley.
How about it there, Mrs. Mower Junkie? We're going to leave the car running this time because we have service personnel and a little bit of construction zone here at mile marker 115.
And I'm sitting right here and listening to you sounding good.
Copy that. All right, we're going to keep this one short because, like I said, I don't want to get in the way here. So I'm going to move on up to mile marker 116, and I'll talk to you in a few minutes.
Alrighty.
How about it, Mrs. Mower Junkie?
Yes, Mr. Mower Junkie.
All right, we're at where the next mile marker was supposed to be, but somebody ran over the sign. So the bent pole is there, but the sign is gone. But this is, what number were we on? I believe we're on 116, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
All right, so we're at mile 116, and I've lost track now of just how far away from the house it is. I guess I'll have to add some text in on the video, on the screen. So we're going to do that because I can't remember what the number was. But we're at mile marker 116. 116.
I understood. Mile marker 116. You're going to move on to 117 and call me again.
Copy that. I'll talk to you in a little bit. How about it there, Mrs. Mower Junkie? Mower Junkie calling you from down in a hollow again. They keep putting these mile marker signs at the bottom of the hills.
Well, how dare they? I mean, after all, couldn't they just measure a different way?
Really, they should have started like a half a mile ahead a little more, and then I would have kept ending up on top of hills instead of down in these little hollows.
See, you do get my point. But you are sounding good if a little less loud, still very clear.
Copy that. All right, I'm on my way to the next marker. I'll talk to you in a minute.
Okie dokie.
How about it there, Mrs. Mower Junkie? Mower Junkie at mile 118. Calling you.
Mrs. Mower Junkie hears you.
Awesome. Yeah, I can't believe you still hear me. I'm past Bishopville now. All right, I'm going to move on to 119 and see how we do. I think I chose the wrong day to do this. There's been a lot of traffic on the highway today. Usually this highway is dead at this time of day, but not today.
Well, that just figures, but let's go to the next mile marker and see how we do.
Mile marker 119.
Yep, this is Mrs. Mower Junkie. I can hear you.
Awesome. Hey, from this location, I think I want to do a plug to the other drivers of South Carolina. I have been pulling in and out of the breakdown lane for, I don't know, what is this, the 10th stop? And every time I put my directional on to go in the breakdown lane, everybody behind me moves over to the left lane. When I start the car back up and go to get back on the highway, as soon as I put that directional on, they all move over to the left lane and give me room to get back on. So I just want to say a great big thank you to anybody that's watching this that saw that bright red Jeep Cherokee out there on Route 20 pulling over constantly. If you got out of my way, hey, I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
And I'm going to give a a shout out as well to all those people who were kind enough to let you in and out safely. I much appreciate you taking care of my husband.
Copy that. All right, we're going to move on to 120. I'll see you at 120.
I'll be sitting here hoping to hear from you.
All right, can you hear me now? I'm at mile 120.
Yes, I certainly can.
What I tried to tell you was I was doing 55 in the breakdown lane, and then all of a sudden there was this big crumpled up, rolled up slivers of metal in my lane. So I had to kick out to the right off onto the grass, which made me fishtail just a little bit. And then when I kicked it back on the pavement, I squealed the tires a little.
As long as you're all right, because I know you're a really good driver, and boy, am I glad of it now.
Copy that. All right, I'm going to move on and try and find mile marker 121.
All right, let's push that envelope.
Got it, Mrs. Moa Junkie. You got a copy on 151.
I have a copy on 151, Mr. Mower Junkie.
All right, we're going to make this one real quick because I don't have much of a breakdown lane here. I'm just in front of a bridge. So we're at mile 121, and I'm going to move on to the next.
All right, call me when you hit 122.
Yeah. Right after it, so we can get off the highway. How about it there, Mrs. Mower Junkie? You got a copy on Mr. Mower Junkie?
I do. You are faint, but definitely coming in clear. I can still recognize your voice.
Copy that. I just passed mile marker 122. I had to go just beyond it because there was a guardrail and it left me sticking kind of into the traveling lane. So I went just beyond the sign, and that's where I am now.
Fantastic. Then you're partially already on the way to the next one. 123.
Copy that. I'll talk to you at 123. How about you there, Mrs. Mower Junkie? I'm just beyond mile marker 123.
Impressive, because I can still hear you.
Copy that. I had to go just beyond the mile marker because this time there was an on-ramp to the highway right where the end of the ramp was right where the mile marker is. So I went just a little bit beyond, and now I'm going to move on to 124.
Why, decision on both counts.
This is Mower Junkie 151 sitting at mile marker 124 on Route 20. How about it, Mrs. Mower Junkie? You got a copy?
I certainly do.
I can't believe it's still going. That's awesome. I can't believe you can still hear me. All right, I guess I'll move on to 125.
Yeah, we're on to 125. Let's see if we can hit that magic number.
Copy that. Talk to you then. It's starting to roll backwards. How about it, Mrs. Mower Junkie? I'm now at mile marker 125. Can you still hear me?
I can, very faintly. I can just barely hear you, but I do hear you.
Copy that. All right, we're going to move on to the next one. How about it there, Mrs. Mower Junkie? You got a copy on this little realistic mobile radio?
I do. You're not even moving the meter, but I can faintly hear your voice.
Copy that. I'm at mile marker 126, and I guess we're going to call it quits. I am going to head up to the next exit. When I get off of the exit, I will call you one more time. So I'm going to talk to you one more time after this, or at least I'm going to try to. So you just hang tight for a minute, and I'll be right back.
All right. Head on back. Do what you need to do, and I'll be waiting for your next call.
How about now? Can you hear me now? I'm over mile marker 131.
Mile
Oh. 131, 31, 131 on the exit.
131, I stand corrected. Still pretty good.
Copy that. I'm on my way home.
Alright, if you'd like, I will shut everything down and look forward to you coming on home.
Copy that. You can shut down now.
Alrighty then.
Well, I thought that was pretty awesome to get 29 miles out of that 12-watt mobile radio. Like I said, there's no amplifier in that car. That's just the radio. Running with a stock mic on it. The radio has had the modulation limiter clipped in it. But it's only putting out 12 watts and using a stock Yaesu mic on it. I'm very happy with the results. I can't believe it went as far as it did. So now we know what a sideband, a 12-watt sideband radio is capable of, even when it's talking to an antenna that receives better from the opposite direction. So now we know. All right, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.